सः जयति अर्थसंन्यासी pūrṇasvarasavigrahaḥ akṛtrimo'navacchinne samādhiryasya vartate.
Hallelujah to him, victory to him who has renounced all desires, who is the embodiment of perfect bliss, which is his own nature, and who is spontaneously absorbed in the unlimited space. An emotional cry out from the heart of Ashtavakra when he contemplates on his own state, the state of self. He has renounced all his desires, otherwise reaching that absolute state is impossible. The state is poetically described, perhaps for the first time ever in Ashtavakra Gita, as pūrṇasvarasavigrahaḥ, embodiment of perfect bliss. This is the state where the one aspiring for the bliss does not exist anymore. He himself has become what he meditated upon to become. Aspirant meditating on self is now the embodiment of that bliss himself. Aspirant of bliss is now bliss. Rather, not even bliss, the source from where each being in the entire creation gets droplets of bliss, what the human being calls as happiness. The salt merged in water, as we know, can no more be separated and collected as the original salt prior to its merging in the ocean. The aspirant upon existing as pūrṇasvarasavigrahaḥ can no more be separated from that bliss to exist as an aspirant again. That is why the state is described as changeless in the previous and even in this verse commentary also. Chinmaya describes the state as immutable, which is again only changeless. Ashtavakra concludes by saying that such an embodiment of bliss exists as infinite space, unlimited space, akāshavat. From Bhivadi, when he poured to few sadhakas, he said, the state of the Jivan Mukta is not even infinite space, because the infinite space exists somewhere within him, the embodiment of bliss or the pure existence self. Desire to breathe or desire to live can only disturb the changeless or immutable or samadhi state of such a Mahapurusha. Whereas we began with the expression that the sage is desireless. In that desirelessness, ocean of desires dried, ocean of his own creation dried, even the desire to breathe or live is gone. There is a movie where the Jiva and the same Atman, they stand in front of each other, and the Jiva is dying, and he cries out that "Kam se kam jeene ki ichha," at least the desire to live, to which the same Jiva existing as Atman standing before him, shining in that yellow attire, like standing like a fire or standing like a sun. He says in Hindi, which is translated in English, not exactly the same words, but the essence. You are the perishable body, you have to die. I am imperishable Atman. I am never born and I will never die. Commentary. The phrase pūrṇasvarasavigrahaḥ evidently screams the Advaitic realization wherein the meditator is not separate from the meditated anymore, wherein the subject has merged in the object of contemplation, wherein the river has merged in the ocean. The merger of this individuality with the universal reality is effortless. It is spontaneous. The great awakening into the spiritual experience is automatic and natural. Shankara expresses the spontaneity and effortlessness of the final stage of self-realization in this Viveka Chudamani, verse 533, where he says, the clear knowledge I am Devadatta is independent of everything. Similar is the case with the realization in the knower of Brahman that I am Brahman. Hari Om Tat Sat.